Again, this is the theme is Blade Runner, and for support of the theme, I have brought. Obviously, you knew I was going to bring my Blade Runner blaster, the one I built from scratch. I also have a really nice replica of Kay's blaster here. I just love that piece. And then also, we did this as a one-day build, and we'll include a link below. One of Dave Goldberg's beautiful constructions. This is his snub-nosed Blade Runner blaster that I built. Norm and I built a pair of these together. Let's see. Morgan says, you're in a desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden you look down and see a tortoise. He says, I'm sure you recognize the quote, so obviously my question is, do you have a VK machine, a Voight-Kampf machine in your collection, or have you considered making one? The Voight-Kampf machine is the machine with which replicants can, or Nexus 6 and above, can be identified by their involuntary blush response in their pupils. I have been working on a VK machine with some friends. We have not completed it. The difficulty is this group of friends that we are putting it together. We are an exacting bunch, and each time we come up with a new piece of knowledge, we scrap everything we've done and we kind of start from scratch. But eventually, when I'm done, yes, there will be a VK machine in my collection. It's just nowhere near done right now. I did just get a 3D printer, which may accelerate some parts of this process, and we have figured out some pretty cool things about some of the original parts of the VK that haven't been figured out yet. Or, I don't know, maybe they have by this time because we've been taking so long. You never know. I figured out so many things on the ZF-1 by like 2008 that I never revealed because we never finished mine. And then, you know, it's all about timing. So, C. Morgan, I will eventually have a VK, but I don't have it in there now. Joe Shaver, 1104, wants to know if I've ever read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which is Philip K. Dick's novel from which Blade Runner is derived. That is a reasonable term because they are two very different stories with different focuses, actually. I remember reading that Philip K. Dick and Ridley Scott had significant disagreements on set about what Blade Runner meant. And that's, I mean, you know, that's just going to happen. Because the author has a thing that they're unpacking, right? Philip K. Dick writes this story, and he's unpacking some ideas he has about culture and society and decay. That story gets picked up by the studio. They bring in Ridley Scott. He comes with this whole point of view. Legendarily, shortly after being awarded the job with a budget of like $4 million, Ridley Scott apparently did 2 weeks of furious storyboarding of the film and immediately got his budget doubled because his vision was so complete. Ridley is an amazing storyboard artist. I think his passion for the French comic book artist, illustrator, God, no term actually justifies his godliness within the canon, Mobius, Jean Giraud. I think it's obvious when I look at Ridley Scott's storyboards that he reveres Mobius and Mobius's line. I mean, there's just nobody who could communicate more with less than Mobius. So Ridley Scott brings his own point of view, and I said this in a video a few weeks ago. You got to follow the process, not the plan. We understand that, like, there's a story in Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, and that, you know, the author writes that story, and a filmmaker can take that story and translate it to film. But when they do, they're going to bring their totally own thing to it. This isn't the question that you asked, but it's definitely what was on my mind. I don't love the book as much as I love the movie, and I actually think that Ridley Scott is looking at some more interesting intra-social dynamics than Dick was. But that being said, I have not read Android's Dream of Electric Sheep in 30 years. So here's what I remember. I remember the big showdown from the movie being one sentence in the book of like And then Deckard shot Batty. I mean, that's neither here nor there. That's just what one artist chooses to highlight as opposed to another artist. And Ridley Scott's making a blockbuster Hollywood film. Hopefully, he wants a big third act catharsis. There it is. He found it in the book, and he used that one. It might not have been what Philip K. Dick thought of as the catharsis, but I remember reading that and being like, I like the movie a little bit better. But then I have complicated feelings about Philip K. Dick's writing. I love his ideas. I love some of his characters, and sometimes the writing didn't necessarily transport me. But again, it's been a long time since I've read Android, so I shouldn't be giving any kind of like qualitative commentary whatsoever. 23-year-old me read that one. Thank you guys so much for watching that entire video. If you would like to support Tested even further, well, I'm here to tell you that you could become a member. If you follow the links below, you'll see there are several tiers of membership depending on how much you'd like to pay and how much access you would like to me and the Tested team. And membership comes, as always, with some excellent benefits, including questions that I'll answer in live streams. The questions have been so amazing, and exclusive videos and exclusive content. Follow the links below, and we will see you next time.